Morning, everyone. It's the 22nd of February. We're Signal Centre talking ball. I'm Joe Neighbour, joined by Ian Coleman and Steve O'Hare. Welcome to a new week, everybody. How you doing, gents?
All right, mate. You?
Yeah, not bad. Had a little trim up there, Joe.
Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones who's got a wife as a hairdresser, so I can get the odd haircut, even though I got some funny looks going around the shops, though.
Did you?
You could tell they're muttering under their breath. Where's he getting a fucking haircut from?
They're all angry because they sort
Yeah.
of think he's going to that underground hairdressers.
Exactly,
I'm sure there's a few of those.
I did the same thing happened to me. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, you're looking fresh.
Yeah, found a razor. Got carried away with it.
Yeah, trim the beard as well, Stevie.
Yeah, the beard was actually, I trimmed the beard a couple of weeks ago, but it's sort of funny how sort of like not many people noticed it. And it's just starting to come back. So when it starts to come back, it sort of like looks like it's just been done. It's funny. Weird one.
Looking good, anyway. So both had a decent weekend. Nice weather, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all right, wasn't it? Yeah. Went did a little bit
Ian
fishing
doesn't look
yesterday.
too impressed.
No, I couldn't say, was it?
It was stunning, actually, around here. Where'd you go fishing, Steve?
Down at Beeley Lock, Malden.
Oh, yeah.
Funny enough, I bumped into my brother-in-law was actually fishing just down from me.
Oh, right.
So,
Okay.
had a sort of like little chat with him, which is
Catch
completely
anything?
legal. Actually, the only thing caught by Darren was a dog ball with on a rope. He caught that. Yeah, I was just out to take the dogs for a walk, and they were rolling in fox crap, which is quite
lovely.
unpleasant.
I used to like fishing down there on the rivers in Malden.
Yeah, did you do it? Did you used to do it?
Yeah, as a kid, yeah, all the time. We used to go there, me and my dad. Haven't been there for a long time. We just go paddleboarding now.
Yeah, there's a few people out doing that, just walking down with a sort of their rucksack and a big pump.
Yeah, that's what I've got. One of those.
Yeah. No, cool.
Good. Okay. Well, hoping for some good news later today in the UK. It's we've got Boris on the news later, and he's talking about the sort of roadmap, if you like, back to normality. Talk that schools are going to return from the 8th of March, and a whole other raft of restrictions being lifted as well. We hope. Looks like the vaccine's taking hold. There's been some decent data out of Israel, who have pretty much nailed it in terms of getting their entire population immunized. So, yeah, all looking positive on that front. We saw Bitcoin touch another record over the weekend. It hit the $1 trillion mark in terms of market value. That has prompted a little bit of profit taking. We've had Elon Musk on his Twitter again saying that he thought Bitcoin and Ether seemed high. It just seems like he's got Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies on strings, and he's just dancing it around to his own tune.
He's probably just cashed in a few, isn't he? And he wants to buy in a bit lower.
Probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a Bitcoin exchange traded fund last week that started trading, and that's probably the market top, isn't it? When you get a new fund coming to the market, load of publicity around it, everyone piles in.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not selling it anymore.
Top's in, Steve.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Ian's not selling, so that's
exactly.
Okay, I haven't seen much else on the news unless you guys have anything's caught your attention.
No, what time's Boris out today?
Haven't seen a time, but
is he out or is he out?
No, he's out.
He's out.
Love it, mate. Love it.
Hopefully, we'll be out once he's been out.
Yeah, nice.
The only other thing I've seen that might impact what you're going to look at, Steve, is about oil. As we've got a busy week ahead, according to the email that I got this morning from Bloomberg. Saudi Arabia and Russia remain on opposite sides of the debate about crude output ahead of the OPEC Plus meeting. Saudi Arabia prefer to keep output steady, while Russia wants to proceed with a supply increase. And I think we all know why that is, because as Steve mentioned, if the shale guys are back in business, then the Russians will just be trying to smother them, I would have thought. And prevent them from cashing in on the high oil price.
Yeah.
You need to share your screen if you want to show us some charts, Steve. Should we start with Ian? Then you can show us through some FX stuff.
Yeah.
What you got?
I'm not going to say it's boring, but it's just
Boring.
Dollar's having a go today, isn't it?
Well, yeah, sort of is, but I mean, this is the daily chart. Let's have a look at this to start with. I mean, it's been pretty choppy, isn't it, for the last, I don't know, well, since the beginning of this year, really. And it's you're getting reverse signals, bearish outside candle, bullish outside candle, and then again we're sort of starting up. But as we keep on saying, it's to be expected because we're in this pattern. We're trying to complete this leg at the moment, and it could quite easily get up to 88.6% of this leg. So you could potentially sell rallies or buy dips down here, which we sort of keep on going on about. It's playing
Look at
out.
that chart there. You could make a case for a head and shoulders top for a continuation lower, or a head and shoulders bottom for a move higher.
Head, left shoulder, right shoulder, neckline. I mean, if this breaks here at 90.11, then we're expecting a move to here, which is a confluence area, and then a move to the upside. If this rally continues, then I expect it to get capped around 88.6, which is around about 91.40. So again, at the moment, it's in no man's land as far as I'm concerned, and cipher patterns are concerned. But yeah, at the moment, it looks quite bullish, doesn't it? I don't know if it's risk off at the moment. I've not had a look at it indices, but that in turn is just playing out to this pattern that we've talked about.
We started risk off this morning, actually.
Yeah, it looks pretty
red.
Pretty negative, yeah.
So this is euro dollar 8 hours. So we had a very nice level here that projected a confluence area up there, but I think you just want to play these 88.6% pullback levels. So either selling up there or buying down here. I think at the moment this is looking like the potential for an ABCD correction. So AB and then CD. I'd watch these levels here, basically 120 the figure and 119.77 to potentially buy dips. But like we said, this leg, if it is the correct leg, this BC leg is the hardest leg to decipher. I think cable's looking top of the shop, and we've got potential reasons for fundamental reasons why we could see maybe a sell-off this morning if Boris doesn't come and deliver the goods. We've got a confluence area here, which is 89.83. We have pushed past that, but I'd watch the close of today's candle. If we get below 139.50, then that's a bearish outside day and potential pincer tops. And I think that we could then potentially break this wedge formation and move down to here at 131.85. There is an evening doji star formation posted on the hourly chart, which is a topping pattern. So it's got half a chance compared to other dollar majors, I think. And again, this is a mirror of what's happening in the dollar index. So again, I don't think this is a bad opportunity to sell around here with a stop above 90.45 for a push down to this level. So that would basically make, let's just quickly put one on. That would then make a bullish Gartley down here. So as long as it doesn't break that level there, which is 90.45, then I'd be bearish on dollar Swiss this morning. And looking at other Swiss crosses, they're well overdone as a basket, Euro Swiss, Sterling Swiss. Dollar yen, talked about this last week. I think this is the prime short entry area. The big picture is still quite bearish, 106.60, and again we're getting pushed higher with the dollar this morning. And we mentioned last week we sort of put on a head and shoulders pattern and a Gartley formation, and then we said that we didn't think it would hold because the other Canadian crosses were still looking like stronger CAD, and we've actually broken this level this morning. We've spiked through this base, so that formation is basically null and void now. so we can't play that. So I still think the
I
focus.
mean, would you give up on that, even though it looks like it's potentially a swing failure down there?
Yeah, well, as far as symmetrical patterns are concerned, the BC leg can't break there. It's
So
a bit
just
like
from a
Elliott.
simple support and resistance perspective, though,
Yeah,
25.90
no, it looks
has done the
nice.
job.
Yeah. But you could potentially say it's a double bottom formation, couldn't you? But as far as cipher patterns are concerned, it's a bit like Elliott wave. You've got to follow some rules. And in Elliott wave, the wave 4 can't breach wave 1, can it? So it's the same scenario. The lowest that the BC leg can go is 88.6%, and if it was breached there, then it's invalidated it basically. So
Okay.
I think this looks quite interesting. We've got a 261.8% extension level down here at 124.92. I think if we can sustain that break, which we're not at the moment, obviously, then that's the next support level. Aussie dollar, again, I don't really want to be looking at that time frame, but this time frame was what we talked about, which is a crab pattern. We did push through it. It was at 78, 82, 88 the top, but again, that's looking quite bearish this morning. So again, is it risk off? Aussie gets sold when we have risk off. It's looking quite aggressive, that. So euro sterling, last one for me. Still holding on to this pattern here, which is a crab formation, but it's really got to breach this level here, 86.67, to continue the move to the upside. Otherwise, 85.80 comes into play, which is a 261.8% extension level. And last euro yen, again, this was our confluence area last week. We did push lower. I think we've come back to retest there, and I think if it is risk off, then we're gonna push down in this cross as well. That's me.
Lovely, thank you, Ian. Steve, all seems to be happening in the markets that you're looking at today. You got a take on any of them?
Yeah, there's a few nice little formations looking sort of potentially good this morning. Unless you're an investor in indices, so this is for a more for the bear side of things. Last week, FTSE, we formed a shooting star. That's a negative candle. This can be confirmed this week if we have another negative week, and it started off on that tact. So potentially a reversal formation. This also plays out on the daily chart. The head and shoulders formation that we've been talking about for quite a while now in this wedge sort of channel pattern. So 63.20, a couple of 250 points lower is the neck where the neckline is, and obviously the formation will be confirmed if we break below there and close below there. So looking pretty negative for the FTSE on the more weekly time horizon. If we go to the same sort of thing with DAX on the weekly chart, we had a doji star 3 weeks ago. Well, sorry, 2 weeks ago. We're in the third week now, and that followed by a negative candle last week. So again, that's almost confirmed a sort of evening doji star formation. On the CAC, it didn't have the same. We've started off this week negatively, but we had a positive week in the CAC next week, so that sort of has thrown a little spanner in there. But if we look at the doji on the Dow last week as well, opened Monday and closed Friday at the same level, so a clear sign of indecision. Nasdaq, a bearish outside candle. Now, if we're looking back, the last time we had a bearish outside candle was back here, 31st of August last year. And this, we saw a decent move lower. In total, we saw a reversal of 14% from there. Now, if we were to get a similar sort of formation, we're looking at around about moving down to this upward trending support line, just below the 12,000 level. So that looks pretty negative. And again, I'll look at the 4-hour chart, and straight away I'm seeing Can you see what I see? Basically, a nice little head and shoulders. So the measured move for this head and shoulders formation, let's take it from there. Not neckline down 13,000. So that's midway between, well, on the way to the 12,000 level we were talking about. So yeah, it's looking pretty
S&P
bearish.
looks quite tasty as well.
Well, unless you're an investor, as I say.
Again, sorry, I'm talking from a trading perspective.
Yeah, just from a sort of like, downright trading perspective. Let's go. Head and shoulders formation confirmed. So yeah, we're starting off negative this week on the indices, and from a technical perspective, we get a close around these levels at the end of the day. That would confirm it for me on a daily basis that we are heading lower. This is a 4-hour chart actually, so even if we get a close around here at 10 o'clock, potential for a swing back, because head and shoulder formations a lot of the time get this. They break the neckline and then have a retest of the neckline break. So we could
and the
easily see
underside of the cloud as well.
And glad someone's paying attention. And we could have a little swing back to just below 3,900, and then we have the full-on sell-off, maybe timing it with turnaround Tuesday, maybe, or something like that. We all like turnaround Tuesday.
In a way, I've just been on mute again. So.
Oh, sorry, mate. Anything to add to that? Or
no, nothing at all.
Okay. Yes. On the other side, Joe mentioned the crude oil. We're having a little bit of a sell-off here. We look at the weekly chart. Quite key, a shooting star candle. So potential for a
big trend line there as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's bring it all in. This trend line, which we've been talking about for a while now, 148.62, the high, twice, 3 times, 4 times a lady, something like that. Yeah, but it's rejected it very nicely. So there's potential for a decent correction there. So are we seeing a little turn in the markets? Potentially, yes. Gold, this would be potentially good news for gold. We've been talking about this potential bullish flag formation. This is the weekly chart. We look at the potential for a double bottom here. We've got to see a break around about 1970, I think it is, up here, before we can sort of like say, yeah, that's happened, or actually 1960. But yeah, nice little turnaround, bit of a indecision. It's easy for me to say on Thursday, bullish hammer on Friday, and then a positive start for the day. We got the 1800 psychological level. Let's have a look at the hourly chart. We've broken above the cloud on the hourly chart. So again, this looks pretty nice to start with. I'll be buying dips around about 1785 if it's available. Maybe not. Yeah, but pretty good. Silver looks good as well. Obviously, we're in a sort of double bottom, double top. What we're going to do, the breakout either way for me is significant, and I think it'll be to the upside. Gold and silver still bullish of those medium term. That's about it. That's a wrap.
Cool. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to quickly skirt over our gun to the head trades from Friday, because we didn't end the week in particularly great fashion. 3 trades, 3 stop outs.
Jesus.
So yeah, not looking great on that front. Still sort of hanging around these kind of levels. With a potential turn in the market, there could be some opportunities for us today if we get on some good moves. So what are you thinking, gents? Who's got an idea ready?
I'm ready.
Don't all rush.
I'm quite happy to go with one of the indices. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm
going to go with that dollar Swiss. As I said earlier, if this plays out, then it offers very good R down to here, 88.16. And if I go to this time frame, I've got a nice little confluence area here. So 261.8% extension plus an 88.6% pullback level. And it just clipped and rejected it this morning. So going to get short. I'll just put that down there somewhere. 90, 15. That doesn't matter. 88.30. It's just going to keep going, hopefully. 90.33. So selling dollar Swiss at 90.15 with a stop at 90.33, and who knows where the target's going to be today. The long-term target is just where I said a minute ago.
Lovely. Steve, what you got?
I sort of been. I
You had your head turned, have
my
you? I thought
mind,
you were
yeah.
just looking.
Yeah, I have a bit. Listen, as you said, maybe a little bit of a stall in the cryptocurrency. So Ian's not going to sell this, so I'll sell it. I'll sell it for him.
Oh,
we'll have a stop at 56.
look at that.
Oh, does it look good? Tell me.
Yeah, I like that. Head and shoulders, is it?
Yeah,
A bit of a wonky one.
Let's try and get a bit more of a target out of it. 52,590. What's that look like? Yeah, like that.
Cool, you start calling it shitcoin again then? Or is that a bit too early?
Yeah.
I don't think we can do that yet.
It's got to be below 10,000 for that.
It's about
Right.
300% higher than when you first started calling it shitcoin, so I wouldn't jump in too early. It's getting short at 55,590. I'll take the 0.21 out there because I don't like things like that. Targeting, let's target that. What's that? 300,000 with a stop at 10,000. Let's get it up to 3-1. There you go.
Lovely.
Good luck. I am going to take a look at oil. Let's have a look. Maybe a break of channel there.
You've been doing this too long, Joe. It's just obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, he's always going to work on it. Okay, so chart looking a little bit gappy today. I would have fancied trying to play for a gap fill, but the risk reward is terrible. So I'm going to have to go for a decent correction back. Let's call it 60, shall we? Let's go for $60. Selling now, this is Brent crude, 62.60, stop loss 63.32, targeting a move down to 60. So looking for a continuation lower, maybe a top there, but there's a bit going on in the news with regards to oil, so maybe we'll see some follow through on that.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, news-wise, what have we got today? Anything interesting?
Bank of England, Boris Johnson.
Of course,
it's all about Boris, isn't it? And then Lagarde out later. I don't know what she's talking about, but
okay. We've got German IFO index at 9 a.m. So a couple of minutes time, and the index is expected to rise to 90.4. And then at 1:30 we've got US Chicago Fed index with a previous reading of 0.52. As Ian mentioned, we've got Lagarde as well, so there could be some commentary out from her later, which may have a say on what the markets do, and of course Boris, which I'm not sure we've got a confirmed time on that just yet, but yeah, hopefully he's got some good news for us in the UK.
Japanese holiday overnight,
right,
and UK unemployment at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Okay, so let's see how that looks in the morning. Unless there's anything else, gents, I think we can wrap it up there for the day. Great. Okay, well, have a good day, everybody, and best luck for the week. See you tomorrow.
See you, lads. Bye.
Bye.